I have an email. What is this?
I have to go around them.
Where are you at?
I'm not going to make it.
Hit the jump pad.
Where?
In Tilted, I told you.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Fact.
I said, come here, there's a jump pad. I literally said, come here, there's a jump pad.
That's not a fact.
Oh my god. Rybo, hit the replay. What the hell are they doing? Oh, they just did a jump pad. Come up here with me. What is up, everybody? Bobby here, the Nintendo Guru. Time for the breakdown. So what we do here is every single week I take the top Nintendo stories of the day, talk about them, discuss them, break them down, give my opinions on them. So
here we go.
So man, I'll be honest with you, I didn't even really look at a lot of Nintendo news. There was something that came out today, very early, yesterday, today. It's been basically happening, but it came to my attention this morning, and it basically deals kind of with Nintendo, and it's a little depressing and upsetting, but I felt like there was a need to discuss it and talk about it here on Nintendo Guru Daily. So, on the eve of this huge Smash Direct, we get the news that Filip Mucin of IGN, basically, the way it looks like he plagiarized a review for Dead Cells. So, essentially what happened was he puts his review out on IGN. He also discusses that this is the first review that he edited himself and did himself for IGN. It really doesn't bode well for him, I feel. I feel like, man, this is really horrible to do. So, essentially what I'm reading and what I'm deciphering right now is, the way it works is, so this guy, Boomstick Gaming, he's at Deadite AGK on Twitter. Go check him out. Go follow him, definitely. So apparently he started out the day with like 25 followers on Twitter, where Filip has like over 10,000 followers on Twitter. And essentially it was just a thing of where, I guess, Filip looked at him as like he's a lower tier YouTuber. He's just getting into it. Not that many people are going to watch his stuff. Not realizing that, like, on the other end of the spectrum, you're with IGN, the top authority for game reviews, one of the top authorities at least, right? And you have to recognize that all these eyes are going to be on you. All these people are going to look at you and go, I'm going to read Filip's review on this. Like, especially with indie games like this, they're going to look to you as the beacon of light to get them through all the unknowns of it, especially indie games. Like, there's so many games hitting the Switch right now that people are leaning heavily on sites like IGN and Kotaku and Nintendo Life and all these big websites. And then essentially Filip hijacks the guy's, his whole review. And I'll put the link in the description. I'll probably show a little bit here. Like,
Dead Cells figures out an intriguing way to have your roguelite and Metroidvania experience all in one by focusing on your failures and urging you to try something new the next time.
Dead Cells strikes a perfect and engaging balance between the Metroidvania and roguelite experiences by focusing on your failures and urging you to experiment each time you do fail.
Basically shows that, like, here's his clip, here's Filip's clip, here's his clip, here's Filip's clip. Now, did Filip hijack it word for word? No. But you know what, at the end of the day, like, you would think he wouldn't do that. You would hope he wouldn't do that. I know for me personally that I've been with websites that have had people on the site plagiarize. These people were fired immediately. No questions asked about it, just because of the reputation it gives. You do not want to have somebody like this on your staff. And it's sad because when Jose Otero left, me personally, I felt like there was a huge void left when Jose left. It was probably, in my opinion anyway, almost to the level of like when Greg and Colin left, because Sony took a huge hit in some degrees, in some capacity at IGN. So when Jose left. Yes, you have Pear. Yes, you have Brian. Yes, you have Zach. But there's a weird void there that, like, Jose was such a mainstay for so many years. That comfortableness is gone. So insert Filip, and they basically threw him into the fire right away. But what upsets me the most with this is, and again, this is all hearsay at the moment, like, IGN basically yanked the review down. They're not showing the review no more. They're not talking about it. They're doing an internal investigation, which I trust them with their internal investigations, mind you. They've done a few recently, and it's caused people to lose their jobs. But man, what bothers me the most is, for those that don't know, pre-IGN, Filip was a YouTuber. Filip did reviews on products and games. Number one, it makes me wonder, was he ripping off reviews then and nobody called him on it, or nobody caught him? And two, and by the way, let me just step back on this. It will come out now if he has, because I guarantee you there's people grabbing all his reviews and starting to compare them to other stuff, obviously. But that said, number two, the problem for me is, man, you were once us. You were once us struggling to get to where you are today. Like, you have the job that so many people that do reviews would love to have. You are the head editor of Nintendo for IGN. And what bothers me is all the guys that are working to get where they are, guys like Boomstick Gaming that are busting their butts, doing great work, and like that, the big dog comes in and wipes it out. It just makes me wonder how many other times this has happened and you haven't been caught. And I would like to think the best of you to think that, like, hey man, you made a mistake. In my situation, in my estimation, from what I'm thinking, I have always felt like when people say things out of context, they shouldn't necessarily lose their jobs. I feel like we're in this hyperbolic chamber right now where people are just losing their jobs for saying the wrong thing, doing the wrong thing. And my first knee-jerk reaction to this was, well, Filip shouldn't be fired. I have this belief that people shouldn't be fired over mistakes. The guy stole. And that's the difference. Should he be forgiven for this? If he admits what is wrong, if he comes out and apologizes, absolutely, we should forgive. But he shouldn't be forgotten. The situation shouldn't be forgotten. And sadly, my opinion, he shouldn't be working at IGN anymore. If I work, I work a 9-to-5 job, right? I'm in the retail world, essentially. Customers come in, they buy materials, they give me money, I take the change, boom. If I steal product, if I steal money, I'm going to be fired. This is no different. This is no different. And that's the way I viewed this when everything came together. As a person, I like Filip. I think Filip is a great person. I question that a little bit now because I wonder what type of person would do these actions. But people make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. I've made mistakes. You watching this have made mistakes. Some mistakes are bigger than other mistakes. But at the end of the day, we all screw up and we all mess up. So I would like to think this is a one and done for Filip. Meaning I would like to think that he just screwed up. He learned his lesson and he's moving on. But I feel like he probably should learn his lesson on his own and away from IGN. And IGN should probably let him go. And that's sad. That's sad to think that a guy busted his butt to get to where he is. Gone. At the end of the day, I guess we'll find out. I'm sure we'll find out today or tomorrow what happens. But I can only hope that, like, A, he learns his lesson from it. B, if he is guilty of this, which, it looks very guilty. He's probably in bad shape. And I don't know. It's weird, man. It's weird for me to sit here and talk about this because I just sit there and think, like, I have all my friends that we all do this and we do reviews, and I'm diving into reviews myself, and other people are doing it, and man, it would crush me if someone hijacked my review. So my heart goes out to Boomstick Gaming, man. Absolutely. Like, I feel for you, bro. And good luck with everything you're doing, because you're doing great work. Yeah, that review was phenomenal. Seriously. I am going to pick up Dead Cells now because your review was awesome. So that is all. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Nintendo Guru Daily. Please, if you did, like the video, share it with your friends. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Follow me, Instagram, Twitter, at Nintendo Gurus. Go check out nintendoguru.com. That is all. Peace out, Preston.